Good news.
It's not.
Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good afternoon. It is Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. MBA. How are you, BA?
I am good. It's Friday. Sun is out.
Okay,
Hey.
So I got to do this, and it's not for a good reason. Dan Campbell just confirmed Sam Laporta had back surgery yesterday. Chances of coming back are very, very slim.
So in other words, he's out for the rest of
He
the
is
season.
out. Yeah, he's out the rest of the season more than likely. The only chance he possibly has is if he can come back by week 18.
By the playoffs.
Yep. But he has to be
I would
active
just-
on week 18. I say just write him off for the season. So if you got him in fantasy,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm going to do a waiver wire pickup.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that one. Just let him sit out.
Yep. I'd rather him get healthy and be right for next season at this point. Here's the thing. How many times did we get into the red zone this past week versus the Eagles? Was it twice? No, it was once. I think it was once.
Oh, they kicked a field goal in one of
That
the
was
red
from
zones.
54.
And then
That
they went for the fourth down. The fourth down, it was in a red zone.
The field goal.
They were in there. I think it was three times they were in a red zone.
The field goal we kicked was 54 yards. We didn't kick a field goal in the red zone. I think we only got there one time.
The point is here that they're let me see what the red zone is out here last time I checked.
I think we're still in the top 10 no matter what.
I will verify that. Let's see, offensive. Down here, red zone. Where you at? Come on. Red zone, they're actually fifth. They went up last week the week before from 6th to 5th.
Again,
the third downs are.
Yeah, Steve Bauer just hopped in the chat. Ricky's here. Let me get that ready for you because I have breaking news and it's not good.
Steve.
Sam Laporta,
Ricky.
more than likely, is out for the season. He had back surgery yesterday, and chances of coming back are very, very slim.
Yeah.
So that's one of his favorite targets gone, which means we're going to see more of probably Isaac Tesla and Jackson Meeks incorporated into this roster somehow. Because they've been having Jackson Meeks play a little bit of tight end as a receiving split end.
Hey, Brock Wright's there too.
Yep, I know. I'm not.
A big part of that.
You know, and everybody was dogging Brock Wright last week, but in all actuality, you know, he didn't get targeted a lot.
Mm-mm.
I didn't see him get targeted at all. Did you?
I think he had one catch. Let me see. I think he had one catch. But that was about it, though. He didn't have too many others.
What we can say is we just faced probably the best.
2 catches for 8 yards.
We probably faced the best defense we're going to face the rest of the season, other than maybe the Rams.
I don't think they were a good defense. Philadelphia's not a good defense. They're not. The Lions shot themselves in the foot in that game. The bad play calling played right into what Philadelphia was doing. Philadelphia is not a good defense. They're even ranked bottom in most categories. So they're not a good defense. I don't care what nobody says. They're going to probably, and you're going to see it against Dallas. They're going to play Dallas this week. Dallas is going to start throwing bombs on them. I'm telling you, they're not a good defense. They're getting by in these games. I don't know how the hell they're doing it, but they are. I just don't believe
And the play that I hated the most, we went for it 5 times and didn't get it. We were 4th and 2 with 3 minutes left on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
If you still got to make a defensive stop to get a chance to win the game, why not go for it there instead of punting the ball away? Hey, because if you get it, it means more to you than giving them the ball back to chip away at the clock and have to burn your timeout. You see what I'm getting at there, BA?
Well, I think that Dan Campbell just screwed the whole system up in the first place. His 4th downs in the middle of the field were not good 4th downs to be at least call a good play, and he didn't do that. And that's just that was a catalyst to set for the rest of the 4th downs. And when he got into position where he was in field position to kick field goals, see, this is what I'm talking about. You, as a coach, you've got to know what your surroundings are. In other words, Philadelphia is not doing a very good job offensively, so points are going to come at a value. So you need to get the points you can get, and don't worry about getting touchdowns. I know he likes to go gunning and be aggressive and get this and get that, but dude, sometimes you got to just put yourself in the game and just play the way the game is going to be. I would have rather them lost by 1 point. It's still a loss. I would have lost them because at least to me that they were trying to get this game won. I think they could have won if they would have kicked these field goals, but whatever. It is what it is. On to the next one.
It is. Here's the thing that we got about this weekend. We're facing the worst run defense in the league, giving up 150 yards on the ground. They also, doesn't matter if it's a mobile quarterback or not. Guess what else they do? They give up the most yards on the ground to quarterback. We've seen statues get 20 yards on them.
I don't think Goff's going to be running nowhere.
No, but what I'm saying is the over-under is 3.5 yards. I bet the over. It's almost a safe bet. Because Goff has, in the past, if there's a hole and there's nobody open, he will run for that 4 to 8 yard first down.
Yeah, not recently, though, because of the interior offensive line. Usually that's what happens. The interior offensive line is doing a really good job blocking. He can run up there. He ain't been doing that lately. He hasn't been doing that this year at all. Last year he did that because he had Frank Ragnow and Zeitler and Glasgow on the other side, so he could do that kind of stuff. But this year, he better not do that.
Jackson Dart did not clear concussion protocol as previously misreported last night.
Who?
Jackson Dart. He is not playing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, but last night they reported he was cleared. He's not cleared. He's staying in concussion protocol.
Well, the last thing I heard from Giants protocol, Giants meeting, they said that they were going to wait till today to see if he can, what his symptoms are like on Friday, and then make that judgment, which they just did. So he's not playing. So that's I heard that. I didn't hear about them being cleared. So 30 for 30 is playing. Awesome. It's gonna be fun.
We know who's not playing because they've already been announced out. And I'm going to put up the injury report right now because it's the only 2 people actually put out so far.
Mm-hmm.
Terrion Arnold and Kirby Joseph are not playing. They are waiting till today to make the decision for Miles Frazier and DJ Reed to be called back up, as well as Marcus Davenport. The problem that I have with this is if you call all them up, you have to send some people down. Correct?
Well, they're going to send down their backups.
Yeah.
I would say that they're going to send down for Marcus Davenport to come up. Who would they have to send down?
Either Wheatley or Lacey, probably.
Yeah,
they're backups come in rotation.
And then DJ Reed will probably have to send probably Whiteside down or something like that.
Look at that. We got a new nickname for Fred Peterson. Rather be fishing Fred. It's RBF Fred.
Right said Fred.
Yeah.
For the
fish.
Right. I'm too sexy for the fish. Too sexy for the fish.
There we go. Couldn't see the head bob because I had the this up. But
The injury
so
report.
far,
Yeah.
Taylor Decker, Graham Glasgow, Tate Radledge are all said to be playing, as well as Panay Sewell. Isaac Tesla played last week with that oblique. I think he still will play this week because he's been in limited practice all week. We'll see what they put him as today. There's a chance Sione Vaki comes out. Another guy that may be out on the odd man out because he's done nothing this year, Craig Reynolds.
I mean, he hasn't really had to do anything.
Right, but no, to make room for defensive players coming back is what I'm saying. Because there isn't a lot of people on that defense that we need to lose right now. I think either Lacey or Wheatley are the obvious ones because they rarely play. We already got rid of Pat O'Connor due to an IR thing earlier this season, which opened up one spot automatically. And that was filled by Rodrigo.
I would probably still say I don't think they'll play Vaki, but they do have Khalil Dorsey had full practice yesterday. That's a good thing. I'm not necessarily for the secondary, but he's good for that special teams unit.
Right. He's our gunner in special teams is what he is. He's a great gunner. He's not a great corner.
Mm-hmm.
And if Reed comes up, that means we can move Rock Yassin to the nickel and put Branch back at safety. And that stuff over the middle deep gets taken away again.
I mean, even with one of those corners back, DJ Reed being in there is going to relieve a lot of pressure off of the secondary. I mean, TA can probably play the other side. You can move, Yasin up into the slot, and then have Maddox play the other side of the safety with Brian Branch.
Yeah, it'll be either Maddox. It should be Maddox or Mallet. It depends on who's doing better in practice. I know Mallet has had some good games and bad games, so.
Maddox probably. I mean, I would go with the veteran in that situation. Mallet. Sometimes he plays good. You're right. Other times it's like, oh God. But and then Davenport coming back would be nice too. As much as we make jokes about Davenport as we call him, him coming back would be great to be on that edge and help Aiden a little bit out. Probably make that line more solidified than it is now.
So I'm going to see if I can get our resident Giants fan who tends to frequent the show to show up real quick.
Oh, man.
We ain't seen him for a minute. The Garden Gnome. Mm-hmm. If not, I'm just going to put his picture up and say, yeah, we're leaving. We're losing.
Jones is ready to play. I really he said another week. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And then Joseph's knee has really been funny acting. It's been tricky. I don't know how that's going to help him. It's really odd that he's been out this long with that knee. Something's telling me
they already said he's out, and it hasn't required surgery, but it's some type of strain to probably a tendon or ligament, which takes time.
Yeah, he's out today. He's out this week, definitely. He's talking about Thursday when they play the Packers, the Whack Pack. Yeah, Bucky, he has his moments, but I don't think he's played to take over Craig Reynolds' spot. He hasn't played well enough to take over Craig Reynolds' spot. I think that's the ultimate thing they want to do with him, but he hasn't done anything to me or to them, I believe, that has put him above Craig Reynolds right now.
Where Vaki has excelled is where Craig Reynolds hasn't, and that's on special teams. He's also been a good gunner in the punt return for coverage. So that's what they drafted him for. He was a Dave Pitt pick. He was picked for the special teams ability. It was nice that he has the running back ability, which actually, if you look, he graded out better at running back than he did safety. So it was depth. depth that was needed at the time because all we had was Craig Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at on that. But let's get into this. Like I said, 150 yards per game. They're averaging 25 yards to quarterback. Hey, Jagoff.
Nice Jackoffs. Oh, we're nice today, huh?
Yeah, because you know why? He doesn't hate Lions fans. He does hate the Bears and Packer fans.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good thing. It's always a good thing.
The NFC North hate is real, even outside the division.
So we're 7th in rushing.
Let the hate flow through you.
We're 8th in passing.
Yeah, we're top 5 offense,
overall.
top 5 defense still. I beat him to it. I was alive when the announcement came in because it just came in before BA hopped in, and I was getting ready to tell him, but it was time to go live.
Okay, let's see here. That's
this is why I choose
8. Rushing defense.
The only Lions fan I find annoying is Delusional Nate.
Yeah.
Fred, as soon as you hopped in, I put it on. As soon as you hopped in the chat, I put this up for you and read it off again.
Mm-hmm. We got you. Right, said Fred.
You're not. I'm not upset with you. I started the show with that breaking news break.
Yeah, you're good, buddy.
As soon as the intro got done, I announced it, and then I announced it again when you hopped in the chat.
So let's see what this is. So they got the score. It's a red zone defense.
Y'all cool.
Yeah, right. I like it. Their red zone defense is horrible.
Oh yeah, their rushing defense is horrible.
Who?
The only thing New York Giants.
No, I'm talking about the Lions. Their red zone defense is horrible. They're 26th. Oh. But their third down defense is awesome. They're 4th.
Yeah. We're 4th and 3rd down defense. Because guess what? We still didn't give up a lot of 3rd downs to Philly. Not that they earned.
Well, like I was telling on other shows, that's the most I've seen anybody stop the tush push to this date. I mean, they were spot on with that. Kudos to Shepard.
Zietler's a Titan. He didn't retire. He plays for the Titans. We had to trade for
him. He's actually on their injury report right now, too. He had limited practice today. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're a good offensive lineman. You got to play with a bunch of crap. You actually turn into crap because everybody else is crap.
You know what they say, when you're the best player on a bad roster, you're the shiniest turd on the team.
Right. Exactly. I bet you don't. I bet you wish he didn't go to Tennessee now. I know it was for family stuff, but
he went there for family stuff. Plus, I think they offered him like a little over.
He was worth it, though. I would have paid him.
I know. Yeah, he went there for another $500,000 and a chance to be near family. It's not that we didn't offer him a deal. He had some stuff going on with his family, and he needed to be back in Tennessee.
Yeah, he did go out with an injury in preseason. It was to the Titans. That's an injury.
His injury was
His injury
was a brain injury for choosing the Titans.
Yes. He had a brain injury. That's what it is. He got hit in the head too many times and said, "Oh, I want to go play the Titans."
I mean, let's go back a long time ago when the Lions were just starting to turn things around here. And I'm not talking about Campbell. I'm talking about before Petrasha, before Scaldwell. And yes, I called them Scaldwell. And I'll explain that in a minute. But when we had Jim Shorts, Jim Shorts traveled to Tennessee at midnight, the night that the free agency period started, and was sitting in one of the best defensive linemen in the league driveway because he wasn't re-signed by the Titans. Kyle Vanden Bosch, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And he came here for less money than Tennessee offered him. Why? Because he was going to play with his favorite defensive coach again. That is the one thing I will give him the most credit in the world for is that when he wanted somebody, he went and got him as a coach. Usually you hear that stuff about GMs. You don't hear that about head coaches saying, hey, I'm going to go recruit you to my team in free agency. You don't hear that a lot. So I give him a lot of credit for that. He had that one bad season after the good season where they went 8-8, and it was his contract year, and we decided not to re-up him and switch to Jim Caldwell. And if you look at the difference in the play calling on offense, even with awful Joe Lombardi with him, we weren't doing as many fourth quarter comebacks because he would run the ball in the second half and control the clock, and we'd stay ahead of somebody if we had the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Teams had to come back against us back then. And we had a lot of injuries. I think that was the first year Louis Delmas got injured. We also lost Stephen Tulloch towards the end of the season. And then DeAndre Levy. Those were three heavy blows to that defense that made it hard to win games to end that year because we started out great. I think we were 5-3 through week 8, and then we ended up 4 and whatever. No, 3 and whatever. We only went 8-8. We went 8-8 that year. His last year, we went 8-8. If I remember.
Schwartz was a guy we went to. Schwartz was a guy that we went to the NFC divisional title with Dallas, right? And Dallas cheated us out of that.
No. That was Caldwell. That was Caldwell's first. That was Caldwell's first year, where in the first half, because Joyke Bell got injured and Reggie Bush was out, and that was Zach Zenner's rookie year, if I remember right. And we had 77 yards and at least a touchdown out of Zach Zenner in that game, if I remember right. And then we didn't run the ball but 3 times in the second half. And it was all on third downs. And they were converted third downs, but there was a holding penalty called, which negated the first down. Yeah, that was Caldwell coaching that. But yeah, we got screwed by the refs in that one. Because the penalty back then wasn't DPI for what he did. It was called face guarding. They changed it so people wouldn't know the difference. That was the 14-15 season. The game that he took us to the playoffs was the wild card round versus the Saints when our defense couldn't stop anything. And that was the only game for us that Matt Stafford played like a winner on offense. Even though he threw 2 bad picks in the first half, I think he had a total of 3 touchdowns, 1 on the ground and 2 through the air. May have been 3 through the air, if I remember right. Okay, I sent him the email. He ain't showed up. I'm doing this. Where you at, Homer? Come in here and try to tell us how good you're going to be with famous Jameis. 30 for 30.
Yeah, okay. 2014, that's the season.
Yep, Jim Caldwell's first year.
That's when we had Glover Quinn, man. We had a pretty good defense.
Yeah, that was the first year of Glover Quinn. Louis Delmas got hurt again. Cliff Averill, Ziggy Ansah. And who was that was next? Nick Fairbairn.
Josh Bynes. We had DeAndre Lee, Ashley Palmer, Kyle Van Noy, Tahir Whitehead. We had Rasheed Mathis.
The problem we had with Van Noy is we were a 4-3 defense, and he was a 3-4 linebacker. He was a square peg in a round hole.
Darius Slay.
Rookie season.
Glover Quinn.
Nevin Lawson. What was the other one? Rasheed.
No, we didn't have Nevin
Mathis.
Lawson.
thought we had Nevin
Oh yeah,
Lawson.
right here. Oh, they were at reserve list. He was on a reserve list.
Yep.
See.
Yeah.
Draft. Oh, that's that's the year we drafted Eric Ebron instead of freaking
Aaron Donald. There was a couple other guys we could have took other than Aaron Donald. Then
Nevin Lawson was drafted that year too.
Yep.
Carry-on Reed. Some of these guys. Travis Swanson, I remember him as a center.
Yep, he came in when Raiola got hurt and ended up retiring. And he was actually decent until he got hurt. And that was when we had to move Glasgow to center his rookie year. Remember that?
Yeah, Trey Jefferson, Tim Jackson, machines for wide receiver Mike Thomas. No, that's right, we did get Mike Thomas. Ugh.
I hear you, Steve. None of us did. But back to this game at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a Broski Bear. Let me change the setup here so I can get him in. There we go. Broski!
Gentlemen.
Yep, Sam Laporta out for the season. Just had back surgery yesterday. Very, very slim that he comes back, which means if he's not back week 18, he won't be back.
Yeah, that's a shame. You hate to see someone get a back injury like that.
Did you? Yeah. Yes, I did. I called my former co-host Dan Leonard out because he's a Giants fan. He should be here talking shit with us.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that right, Broski?
You better believe it.
Bluetooth connected.
Whoa.
There you go.
Who connected?
That wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Swear to God, I don't even. Yeah, it's not me. But anyway.
Sounds like it might be JP over there, maybe.
I'm trying to figure out what connected.
I can hear stuff on the other side.
Sausages had been created with humans in mind, so Carl would eat them himself if necessary.
That's an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. That's right. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I can hear everything going on over there. What's going on?
Everything is muted at my place. Like I have no volume on anything.
There's nothing on here either. I turned all my stuff off.
Wait, I just turned all my Bluetooth off, and I'm still getting background noise.
Maybe somebody tapped in.
But Hawk was instantly in love with the flavor of cheese. Carl made careful note of the response to each food product.
I just know my Bluetooth is off, and I'm still getting sound, so it's coming from somebody else.
Only one caused an unusual reaction. The spicy sausages that.
What is this, like a science show? Like, what's going on?
It sounds like it sounds like those audiobooks. Yeah, I heard spicy sausage and love and all sorts of shit in the background.
Oh,
so let's
God.
just keep talking.
All right, yeah, let's talk over this
Let's just
nonsense.
keep
Wow.
talking. Yeah, 'cause that's awful.
I expect that at a Packers show. You know what I mean?
I think it was a review of Josh Allen's performance as a mattress actress for being on his back so much last night is what it was.
Oh, God. Or the festivities that occurred in the Packers locker room. One of the two, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, could be. That sounds like a sausage packing fest.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Well, then.
But it looks like Rodrigo is playing this week. Like I said, he hasn't been activated yet, and we have 12 more days to activate him. Miles Breaker could be activated, and the way I feel about it is he can't be worse than Yodi and Tristan Colon was at guard last week, because they were awful.
Yeah.
Is my
You're wrong. You're wrong for that, Robbie. You're wrong for that.
What do you
Nobody
say?
cares about your spicy sausage.
Here we go.
That was my
That's what he
spicy
said.
sauce made with love. Huh?
Just for you, Robbie. A comment like that
Nice.
There you go.
Oh, but yeah,
Don't
the
hear that
Giants
thing.
defense, the one thing they can't do is hold anybody in the fourth quarter. Go look at their fourth quarter defense. It's god awful. And why? They can't hold the ball on offense for an incomplete game. And with us having a top 5 defense, I'm a
Slick
pimp
back.
named
Okay,
Slick
but-
Back. I don't know if I'd want my pimp name to be Slickback, because that could go with many connotations you don't want.
Slick back.
Slick back.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, you guys should maul that team. Like honestly, I think they kind of. I almost think it was like the Giants' last stand last week. I mean, they might get Jackson Dart back, but that team is so
Yeah, it's not
like
this week.
they don't have much left, man.
They don't have Dart back this week.
No.
Jameis just named the starter, so yeah, it's not looking good.
No.
30 for 30.
He might throw 6 touchdowns, but 3 of them go to his team and 3 of them go to the other team to negate it.
You never know. Mike Kafka could be the next Shanahan.
Oh, geez,
Yeah,
no.
I said that before. I said he might throw 3 touchdowns, but he's going to throw 3 touchdowns to the other team too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I definitely wouldn't be
We're
too
on the
worried.
same page. We're on the same page there.
Yeah,
And no Cam Skataboo still, because
yeah.
he's out for the season. And
yeah,
now he's
which
doing
honestly could
wrestling.
be a good thing for them. Honestly,
Neighbors is out for their seasons. I mean, they got a whole bunch of people. Ain't.
And they're let me go look up their injury report.
Yeah, I think Thibodeau is not. I saw him with 2 DMPs. He might not be playing.
yeah, you guys might beat that team by 30 points.
I'm not going to say all that.
Right.
You might. You might. Put it this way: if the Lions weren't your team and you were looking at it from like another fan perspective, you might.
Yeah, they don't have anything up for today, but he has 2 in DMPs. He didn't play on the shoulder injury Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, Thibodeau's out, it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
But, Abdul Carter's been as good as advertised. Brian Burns has been the monster on that team.
Mm-hmm. Definitely got to watch out for him.
If Sewell's giving him fits, watch him switch him to the other side. That's all I got to say.
I mean, their defense is still pretty formidable, but
It's the front
It's-
four
it's,
and the linebackers for the pass rush.
secondary's not the greatest.
No,
And
they
they
give
had
up a ton of
Paulson
yards.
Adebo's not looks like he's not going to play either. That's
Right.
a big one. for them.
Adebo out, out,
Adebo.
and Thibodeau out takes away a lot of their depth. The only secondary guy that you really had to worry about, and then that's just Thibodeau being out because he's more the DN, whereas Abdul's been used as a rush linebacker. It's going to have to move him back to the end again to have somebody opposite Brian Burns. Dexter Lawrence in the middle is a monster. Nobody gains yards through the middle. All the gains explosively come on the outside, and they average 3 a game, 3 explosive runs a game. And I say that for a reason, because that's 20-plus yard run. That's where Gibbs feasts. And because their secondary tackles like dog shit.
Well, also got to look at Dexter Lawrence too for coming up the middle
Mhm.
and disrupting that interior line. That interior line's got to block better. They do got they just got to start putting some games together, because stuff's getting ridiculous. They need to start. Well, So Simo's not back, right? It's just going to be Rat, Glasgow, and are they going to put
It's either going to be Awasika
Siki
or if he's activated, it may be Miles Price.
Miles?
It's going to be one of those two because I don't think they want to start Tristan Cologne. Cologne was awful.
And they haven't done anything with Kingsley either.
Yeah, and that's weird. Kingsley, yeah, we need to start using him at center soon.
They need to do all kinds of different offensive line combinations in the interior right there because they got to find something that's going to work. Because the Goff can't be, seeing his life flash before his eyes every time he goes back to pass.
He was under so much pressure last week.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was a sub at the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it was that bad, Broski. That was the main reason. Their defensive tackles batted away 6 passes, 1 leading to an interception.
Yeah, that was their best defense as far as the batting down the pass. I've never seen somebody bat down that many passes in my entire life.
Wasn't it 3?
It was obviously 6 of them.
Yeah, 6 of them. 3.
Yeah, and then one other guy got one. So I mean, yeah, that's ridiculous.
The other one was Zach Vaughn, the linebacker, when he came around the end and I can't remember which tight end. I think it was Brock Wright that had a hold of him at that time on that side when he was motioned there, and he missed the block on Zach Vaughn, and he went right around Taylor Decker.
Yeah, one of those interior line ones got he tried to rush around the outside on Sewell, and he jumped up. I was not happy that Sewell did. Sewell should have known that. He should have just knocked his arms down. You got to knock him down, period. Just knock his arms down or whatever so he can't put them up like that, especially when they were doing it with frequency. I was like, every damn time Goff threw was like batted down passes. What the hell's going on? Y'all got to knock the shit out of these guys.
And I'm going to say it again. The bad ref call did not cost the Lions the game. What it cost the fans was the opportunity to see the ending we wanted, which was the Lions driving and a chance to tie. But that's what it took away. It did not take away a win. It took away a chance to tie.
Yeah, that was.
And when I say a chance, it was slim.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I don't think it was going to make any difference in either way. They basically took that game out in the first half. I just did not like any of Dan Campbell's calling. He just did a horrible job and was not in the moment of that game. If he was in the moment of that game, like most head coaches would be, then we would have had a different result. But he's just not in the moment of that game. Like I said, somewhere John Morton is out there laughing in the corner somewhere. So, yeah, you want to take me off of offensive coordinator? Ha ha.
If he filed his paperwork, he can't come out of retirement year 1. And also, if he was still under contract, he has to go back to the team he was under contract to before he can go to another team.
Jimmy Graham.
Who was that? Wasn't that? Yeah. Yeah, ancient Jimmy Graham.
It's a good suggestion, but like I said, guys in retirement, they have to be away from their team over a year. And if they were under contract when they retired, they go back to that team first, and then it takes drastic compensation to get him to come to your team. So, and that's not something I think that Brad Holmes does.
That and the fact that Jimmy Graham is not a Sam Laporta. So
no,
you're you're replacing an old guy. That's not replacing an old guy.
What was that? We were behind versus the Jets, I think it was, in the third quarter when Sam Laporta got hurt his rookie year, and we had Brock Wright, and we did that Philly special play that he took 59 yards for a touchdown
against the Giants. Yeah, as a matter of fact.
Oh, that was the Giants. Okay,
that was the Giants.
Because
the Giants are playing us pretty good in that game, and then all of a sudden the offense started picking up at the end there, and that's when Brock Wright got that pass, like it was like a mid-level pass, And
he took
there
it
was
to the
no
house.
Giants. There was hardly no Giants around there. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You let
All
this
the
guy
motion.
out?
All the motion
Yeah.
went to the right. Brock Wright went out in the flat on the
Mhm.
left, and we hit him with a 3-yard pass, and he turned into
Yep,
51 yards.
Yeah, hard ass. Yep.
I was going to say
And then
that's
we
you
did it again.
Giants.
What's that?
Oh, Beaver Nug says that was before Laporta was drafted. That was the year before. That was 2021. Okay.
No, I was going to say
Yeah,
that's
that
who the Giants tight end Theo Johnson. That's who reminds me of Jimmy Graham. Like they're almost the exact same like height and weight. They kind of look the same, play the same.
And then
I think
the other thing we do well is we cover tight ends well.
Yeah.
Jack Campbell and Alex Anzalone have done a great job in the middle of clogging up tight end passing line.
The defense in whole is playing really well.
Yeah,
That's what I think is really good about it. Shepard's got them boys playing. Something I didn't see. I knew that was going to happen because I said Shepard's a better defensive coordinator than AG is. And like I said, AG is more of a people person type of defensive coordinator. He's not exactly one of those guys that is an X and O guy. But Shepard, he is.
Yeah, it's like what exactly is AG's like scheme or system? You know what I mean? It's like nobody really knows. It's like he's a rah guy.
Yeah.
it's one thing I pointed out early in the season because we've seen it often, and it's something Shepard does that AG hardly ever did. I think he did it twice in the 3 years he was here as defensive coordinator. Runs a QB spy. We have seen Shep do it often.
And and AG did not like using one. He was asked that
Right, that's
question.
what I'm saying.
I don't like using one. And he was really reluctant to use one when he had to use one. I was like, dude, most of your quarterbacks in the league are mobile quarterbacks. I don't know why the hell you wouldn't start using
We did it.
them.
We did it once per year, all 3 seasons that AG was here. And 2 of them equaled sacks. One of them equaled a sack that surprised the player so much he shit himself in James Houston.
That dude. He's playing.
Who's
Playing good
actually
for
not
Dallas,
playing.
though.
Yeah. Well, and now they got Quinnen Williams.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that make a difference last week.
Yeah. 7 carries for 9 yards for Gente. I knew that was going to happen. I said they're going to shut the Vegas down. They got the best defensive lineman passer, run stopper in the league.
So, yeah, we've seen a lot of stuff happen, but you know what? We've seen a lot of stuff that haven't happened. What haven't we seen? We've seen what? 2 mediocre trades at the trade deadline that Brad has pulled off in his tenure here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
One in year 2, and then last year was Z. And Z was good for us last year. Don't get it twisted. He helped. We didn't have anybody because Hutchinson was out. The interior defensive line was playing good at the time, but the DNs weren't doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
We got him and then brought in Al-Qadim Muhammad, and lo and behold, we started getting sacks, and we didn't lose the game to the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And then we didn't. We had a chance to win that one too.
Yeah,
Bills a mess.
The Bills are a mess this year.
Yeah. Their interior defensive line has been injured off and on throughout the season. Matt Milano can't stay active on the roster. He's a very good linebacker when he's on the field, but availability is the best ability. And their secondary has been trash.
Uh-huh. And look at this way too. Think about this. This is why your offensive line matters. This year shows you every team, and as much as shit they give Goff about, he's just. I said there's running quarterbacks that are. Lamar Jackson got sacked 8 times by us. Last night, Josh Allen got sacked 8 times. It doesn't make a difference if you're a running quarterback. If your offensive line can't block, you can't do shit. So what's the point? Stop doing that. I hate when people do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a tree back there. Okay, well, Josh Allen ain't, and he's getting sacked. So what's
look who is in winning games for the Texans. Davis Mills. He's a tree back there. He's not that athletic.
But he's got a little bit of run ability. He's kind of like Stafford was when he was like mid when he was in his mid when he was like in his 20s. Yeah, mid-20s. Remember that one time he trucked that Tennessee guy in that game?
That was hilarious.
He trucked the fuck out of that guy. I was like, damn, Stafford.
Yeah, and that was with the shoulder that he just had his second surgery and he left arm truck stick the guy at the sideline.
Yep. And it was the was it Cortland Finnegan?
Yeah,
I think it was Cortland Finnegan. Yeah,
it was.
It was one of their toughest DBs, and I was like, damn, he just trucked the shit. The whole it was at Ford Field too.
Not only
the
was
whole crowd was like, damn.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've had so many things go right and so many things go wrong with so many players in Detroit. I don't know why people get surprised if we have a bad game every now and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because these are new Lions fans.
Bad games.
There's new Lion fans, and they're not used to the losing that the Lions used to go through. So
yeah,
they're spoiled.
You would swear that half of the fan base thinks we're 3-7 instead of 6-4.
Yeah, nobody said that we were going to be 12-5 this year. I mean, nobody said we were going to be 15-2 this year. We already knew we weren't going to be that. We have a tougher division. We have a tougher schedule. That's going to happen. I'm good where we're at. Really. I think we could have probably won one more game, but other than that, this is about where we're supposed to be at, 6-4.
We beat a team we weren't supposed to. Everybody had us marked for a loss in Baltimore. Everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Even I did. I am.
And I actually was one of the few that said, I think we can win this game. And you remember you were like, yeah, right.
Yeah, well, history don't always repeat itself. That's one thing that Ken said today that was right.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'll leave the line up at the edge at Philly. Hey, you got to try anything.
Yep. I hope Miles Frazier is activated with him being a full participant, because now that he's in his 21-day activation window, that's a big difference than being limited. I mean, full participant means you're doing full contact. You're doing everything.
If it's a game that he needs to come back, it should be this game, because
it can get
the defensive line is just good enough to give us problems and to see what kind of meld he has. If he plays this game really good, if he plays this game really good, then I would definitely start him against Green Bay, because I'm not.
I don't want him to be going rookie under fire against Green Bay.
Yeah, Ratledge is not helping me out here with this. So, and Glasgow's a good pass defender. He just can't stop the run worth crap. He's not a good run stopper in that position.
If not at center. He's great at guard at run block.
Yeah.
Not at center.
Yeah, not at center. That's why Denver got rid of him.
At this point, if Glasgow has another bottom 10 performance, I wouldn't be surprised if we go with Kingsley Egekun going forward.
I mean, I really what they should do is just maybe go with what they were going to do at the beginning of the season.
Ratledge.
We're getting all the hype, put Ratledge at center, and then move Glasgow over to guard over there, and then have because that's basically what's going to be. That's going to be our new offensive line someday. So you might as well start seeing what you can do.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think they're going to draft a center. I really do. I think they'll leave Ratledge at guard. I think that's just the natural spot.
I don't think so, because I think Taylor Decker's done after this year, and I think offensive tackle and defensive end are the bigger needs than center right now if Ratledge gets the chance to play. And look.
Yeah, I don't think you really have a bit bigger need than center, honestly. I think center is your biggest need.
Well, when we first started camp, the first 2 weeks, Ratledge was at center. And the first week we heard he was bad. Then all of a sudden we heard he was good. And then by the end of the week, he's getting the understanding of how to call out the protections and all that. Mm-hmm. The following Monday, Glasgow's our starter. I was like, what?
Yeah, I just think that was out of desperation. I think just my 2 cents, but I think you guys will draft a center. I think there's actually some good centers in this draft. I think this is a pretty solid center draft from what I can tell so far as well.
I think they put Glasgow in centers because he was a veteran.
Yep,
they didn't want to put all the pressure on Ratledge.
Yeah, being a rookie and learning a new position like that would be a little bit too much.
Bucky Urban's out against the Rams, so
Yes, he is.
no Bucky Urban.
Man, that team's been getting busted up with injuries this year.
Yes, sir.
It's killing my well, it's not killing my fantasy team because I'm making it, but every time I try to put him on to start,
out.
He's out. Right. Damn.
It's why he got hurt a couple times last year that cost a couple of games for my fantasy team. Remember, because didn't you end up winning that one against me in the championship beat?
No,
on Dan Leonard. No, I lost that last week. I lost the championship.
But it wasn't to me because I didn't win no championship that year.
Okay. Well,
JB, no matter what, you're a winner in my eyes, bud.
There you go.
I've won a couple of them, but I don't win every year. How's that?
I think we split that season too, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, you won the first one. I won the second one, if I remember right. And that's what gave me first. I got the regular season champion as in first place overall, but I lost in the championship match.
Fuck, this sucks.
If I remember right.
So guys, let me throw this out there. And JB, I know I mentioned this yesterday, but seriously, like, what do you guys really think about the Vikings Packers matchup? Because I'm just getting this feeling the Vikings are going to pull this one out.
If Grenard is playing, they win. That I'm going to say that right now. If Grenard is playing with the offensive line injuries and woes that the Packers have, the Vikings will win. And it won't be on the back of J.J. McCarthy. It'll be on the fact that they're able to run and move the ball and establish a play action, which he was good at.
I agree. But I think they can win without Grenard.
Well, if Grenard doesn't play, that defense plays different. We saw that last week when they lost. Grenard went out, and that defense fell apart.
They're pretty good. I don't know if they fell apart. They were pretty tough last week. But yeah, man, I don't know. Vikings back up against the wall big time. I think they just come out and take it.
I think they're desperate to try and get out of the basement myself.
Absolutely.
And I'm not trying to say that to be mean to Vikings fans. Don't get that twisted. I'm being realistic about everything. But yeah, hey, we're to that point where I got to do the division breakdown, damn it. But BA, before I go, what's your score prediction for Sunday? Giants versus Lions. Gifted 26. I think the Packers should win their run game. Well, Josh Jacobs is more than likely out. Gifted.
No, he's playing. I just talked to Ken, the Packer fan, on another show. He said he's just not going to be getting as many carries. He's going to be sharing a load.
Yeah,
with what's his face.
Oh, there's the ultimate one. 9-9 tie. Packers versus Vikings.
Yeah. We don't need any more ties.
NFL that'd be great though. Crap. If they do a famous Jameis
fit 30 and 30
just ruled out.
Yeah. 30 and 30. Damn, they don't want to give him no damn props in this one. What the hell?
Who knows props?
I just
30 and 30 and 5,000. Remember, he threw for 5,000 yards that year too.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He was the leader in passing yards and the leader in interceptions by a mile.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that far off in touchdowns.
Touchdowns, yeah. He was up there, yeah.
I think the leader had, 43 that year, if I remember right?
What year was that? That was
his rookie year. So it was before Tom Brady. Or his last of his rookie contract before Tom Brady.
Yeah, because he was pretty poor.
Dan Davis. Lions by 20 as long as the O-line gets right and plays better.
Yeah, I was going to say like 27-10 or something like that. That's
what do you think, Broski?
Nice. I'm sorry, which game? The Lions game or the Vikings game?
The Lions game.
Lions 34, Giants 13.
Woo! I like that fire. I predicted 31-17 in my article, and I'm sticking with it. But this has been Lion Stalker Smoking Jeremy B. This is BA of OAC3T. And we got Broski Bear of the Huddle Network with us. It is time for me to break down the division standings. I hate having to do it this way, but I do. The Vikings are skull fucked.
Pretty much.
The Lions are 6-4.
Yeah.
The Packers at 6-3-1. FT. Fuck the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
And in first place, I know you love them, Broski, but fuck the Bears.
JB, I have a special request.
Uh-oh.
Can you go back and just do another one for the Vikings and do the other one you have?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that really cracked me up.
Oh,
yeah.
it's like they ain't score, but with a cock in your mouth.
Damn.
And we're coming live out of Flint, which is where my studio is, where the water's shit, but the tires are good.
There you go.
Thank you, Broski. Thank you, BA. Shout out to your channel, One Ass Cheek and Three Toes. BA is my resident podcast whore. We whore ourselves out to as many podcasts as possible.
It'd be great if we got paid for it. We're whores that don't get paid.
I'm working on it, and that is what we're doing here at the Huddle. Ken and Ken and myself decided that we're only going live into my YouTube channel because if I get monetized, it's the only one I can go live into to get paid.
Dude, could I ask you about that really quick? So the Ken and Ken show, I couldn't find it on YouTube. Is that under your channel as well, or is that?
Yeah, it's coming into my channel now because when I get paid, they want me to give them 60%.
Got it. Okay,
I said I'm good with that.
10-4, good buddy.
And, because I'm going to get something for it going into my channel, but I will give them more than 50% because it's their show, they produce. I don't have to do anything with it, but hop in if they want me.
Yep, makes sense.
No, I'm not saying that we get paid on our show too because we got a sponsor, but I'm just saying when I go out to other shows, that'd be great if we could get paid. But it's
because if we get paid, that means this show.
I'm not a whore. I'm just a slut.
Yeah. Hey, BA.
Wide open, bud.
This is yours and my show. If I start getting paid, you make 40% off of this show for being a part of it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Like a nickel night at the whorehouse. Throw a quarter at it and see if it sticks.
Oh, yeah.
The hell no. But thanks everybody for watching. We got 86 people out there. Make sure you hit the like button no matter where you're watching it. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. Unless you talk to a rival fan base, then fuck them.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.